Rawle Brancker, the former Barbados and West Indies cricketer, passed away recently. A sad loss indeed, as he was an iconic figure in cricket, cricket administration, and also in the world of business in Barbados. On behalf of the Anything Cricket Let's Talk team, I take this opportunity to extend sincere condolences to his family and close friends. One of those friends, Tony King, himself a former Barbados cricketer, shared with us some memories of his experiences with the late Rawle Brancker.
Like so many others, I'm saddened at the passing of my colleague, Rawle Brancker. I joined the Empire team in 1962 when Rawle was captain, and Rawle was captain of a very formidable Empire team. There were people like Sir Everton in the side at the time, Francis Scott, Charlie Griffith, Eric Jones, Anton Norris. A lot of people don't know he was a good fast bowler. Lionel Williams and some others that I don't recall immediately. It was a very good time for Empire Club. Rawle captained the side very well, and Empire at that time attracted so many people to the club. I mean, fans on Saturdays were all over the place because there was a high standard of captaincy, there was a high standard of cricket played by the clubs, Empire Spartan especially. But a lot of people are not aware of his contribution to Empire Club, and that's what I think his legacy will dictate. Rawle was very instrumental in the erection of a new clubhouse. I remember his going out and getting all of the plans done and was very involved in a lot of the fundraising events at the time. And for that, I think he should be remembered, and that should be commemorated somewhere in the club, because a lot of people are not aware that he, more than anybody else at the time in the early 70s, was behind the real fundraising effort, the effort to move from a clubhouse that had outlived its usefulness, and certainly made Empire's premises much better enhanced with a new clubhouse that we are still proud of. That was not all that he was famous for at Empire. Empire Club had some problems somewhere in the 80s, and Rawle came back as interim president. We sort of suspended the constitution and decided, look, we're going to have to try and pull the club out of the mess. We had run into some financial problems, and somebody had to rescue it. And he did a remarkable job for the period when he acted as president. But what I remember him for, Brancker was a fun stick. Nothing ever seemed to upset him on the cricket field. I never saw him get really angry. He enjoyed the game he was playing in. He always was the man on and off the field that made pressure disappear. On the field, however difficult the situation, he was always optimistic that we will get the opponents out. And he, as with his left arm stuff, I remember many a day, he bowled from one end for half of the day. Charlie Griffith bowled for the whole of the next, the whole of the same day, and really kept things tight. He was a remarkable player for the team. He was a team man. He played his heart and soul out for whatever team. I toured with him to Guyana as a schoolboy, Trinidad, Jamaica later in the early 70s, and Rawle was the fun stick. Though taking it seriously, he provided light entertainment for me. He could always tell a story. He was brilliant at storytelling, and I remember many evenings members from other teams stayed on till 8, 9 o'clock after a game just to be entertained by himself and later Andy Simmons. And he really made life interesting. I remember also things like letters that he wrote to myself and my business partner, Mark Norville, when we achieved maybe the first 5 years, first 10 years in business, he always wrote a letter of encouragement to us because he was aware of the difficulties many black businesses in Barbados had. And he often gave us that encouragement. It's a pity that in the end there were some difficulties coming to him, but he served his purpose and gave some of us black businesses the encouragement to really try and make it. Rawle, we'll miss you. Rest in peace and rise in glory.
Thanks very much to Tony King.